Welcome, Marlin here. In my eternal struggle to try to stay original, I've created this adorable Santa Bear cookie. Now on to the step-by-step tutorial. Some of you saw my stamped cookie tutorial. I picked this up at the same time, this little cutter set. Thought it was fun. Not crazy about what they did with the design, and so I changed it up. As you can see here, it's a bear. I added some ears. And so while the cookie dough was raw, I cut out some notches. I don't know if you can see them. Maybe, no, it's not better from that side. I cut out some notches and added the ears. And when it baked, it kind of all melded together. We're going to add our guidelines. The first thing is I want to have some pink inside the ears. And so I'm just like so. And then the hat trim will end about here. And the trim of the hat about like that. And then the beard, like, I don't want it to be fat around his head. I want the beard to be just a little bit and then a little bit more underneath. This was actually inspired by something I saw as I was waiting to pay for my items at Winners. They had a Christmas costume for dogs. It was just like this, a hat with a beard that went under the dog's face. I thought it was so cute. I managed to resist and didn't buy it because I think my dog wouldn't stand it, but very cute. And then here a little oval for the nose, and we'll add some eyes to that. It'll be adorable. All right, first step, we're gonna add some pink to the inside of the ears here. I've made some pink icing and added some water to make it a little bit runnier than you would normally want to pipe with, and this will just give me some background color inside the ears. This dries very quickly and you'll be able to move on. Now for the first step of icing the hat, we're going to do some red icing for the hat. You could do whatever you want. He doesn't have to be wearing a Santa hat. He could be wearing a simple toque, you know. My red icing's already on. I was enjoying the decorating, phased out, and forgot to turn the camera on, so I had to wipe it off to actually show you guys. So, oops. And I only have 3 cookies. So, that's what happened there. And now I'm just filling the whole area. The next step, our beard, obviously in white. I'm going to outline his face first. There we go. And then just add the scallops around. A little shake to smooth it out. And we're done. Let this crust before we come in and add the brown for the face. I have pearls that are 4mm, and then I have, they're called beads. I'm not sure their size, it just says beads. And we can decide kind of before the cookie's even done what we're going to like. I'm just gonna put them here to see the kind of look it's giving me, which eyes I want to use, the big eyes or the little eyes. Which ones do I like? I think I'm going to go with the little ones. I think I'm crazy, but we're gonna do little eyes. Here is the next step. We're going to be adding the face and the ears. So let's start with the ears. I'm just outlining the outside of the half circle, taking it right to the hat over here. And then the face here. And we're going to drop our eyes in while the icing is wet. We're going to finish day 1 icing now, just the nose, and we'll come back for the rest tomorrow. I added some white to this face color just so that I got a perfect match, just in a lighter shade. And now we're going to smooth this out, take out the ripples. I want it a little bit higher than the beard and the face area. I want it to bulge out a bit more. And then if you have some ripples that are being uncooperative, you can just give your cookie a shake and everything should smooth out. To eliminate any chance of bleeding, I'm doing the nose in brown as opposed to black. I want the nose to be kind of like jelly bean shape, like that. And we can just shape that and heal it so that there's no ripple in it. And then we have a cute little jelly bean shaped nose. And we'll come back for the rest tomorrow. If you want to go on the hunt for these sprinkles, you want to do it now. These ones are really kind of Christmassy, but these little circles you could use for other occasions if you want to have them on hand. I really like the white ones. They're flat. When that's an actual like bead, sometimes it doesn't lay as well on the cookie, and so these are great. Here is the hat completed, okay? And now let's grab another one. Now, I just wanted to show you here that when they baked, I made a point to have the ear and the top of the hat connect just to make the cookie a little bit sturdier. Now I have some white icing and I'm just adding white icing to where the hat trim is. Now here, covering the ear here, make it a little bit wiggly, but it's going to level out and it has sprinkles on it, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, now that. And now I'm taking my little holly and at this point I'm pressing that into the icing. And put the red one in the middle as your guide as to where you want them. And now the last one, like so. And if you need to kind of position them better, you can use your needle to just kind of smoosh them around. Okay, now that's done. I'm working in a bead tray to collect my sprinkles, and now I'm pouring that over. There you go. And we're just going to shake off the excess, and there. You see now the holly's nice and embedded in the icing. You don't have to worry about them popping off, and you have the nice fur around the trim of the hat. Made 3 of these bears, not sure what happened with this one. It has a little hole in his nose, so we'll fix that. Just putting some icing in the hole and then just flattening it out. And that will pretty much fix that. You can use a paintbrush if you want also. This step is optional, but I find that really does add a lot to a little character's face is a little bit of blush. And so it's just a small circle on either side of the muzzle. And you can go as dark as you want, but if you're going for kind of kitty look, you don't want to go too crazy with it. Here I have a Food Doodler brown marker, and I'm just adding some little details to the face here. I want to add some stitches to the center, like so. Checked out a few different expressions there on the internet, and I'm going with a smile, so just like that and a line. And there we have our little finished face. I hope you've enjoyed this cookie project and I've inspired you to try something different. Here are some clips from last year's holiday collection. If you'd like to watch these videos, you can click the image or the link will be in the description box. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future videos.